good day. Welcome to Queen Ships Live, where we speak to women who are only beautiful on the inside and out. Walking with you on your transformative journey to your highest purpose and good day. Pardon the noise in your background. So, I'm calling this chapter of my life the Book of Lilith. Because I find it interesting how Adam chose Eve and his decision got him kicked out of heaven. I find it interesting that a grown man took the life of his own brother. I find it interesting that Adam betrayed God, broke his covenants, broke his contract with God because of Eve. I find it interesting. And I find it interesting that we don't hear about Lilith. Genesis says in the beginning, but in the beginning there was Lilith. I find it funny that when God called Adam and asked Adam explain, Adam was like, "Oh, the woman you gave me, no, the woman that you chose. God presented her to you, and you chose her." He didn't want to take accountability for eating of the tree of knowledge, for disobeying God. He didn't want to take accountability. He blamed God and Eve. "Oh, the woman that you gave me." I find it very interesting. This will be the introduction of the Book of Lilith, because there is no Book of Lilith. I think Lilith, the story of Lilith, is in another book. It's in, I think, a Jewish text. We know how that story goes. I wonder if Lilith was a prayer warrior. I wonder how Lilith was made if Eve needed a rib. Goodness, girl, you need a limb too? I find it interesting that Adam was like, "Oh, the woman that you gave me, you claimed her. Flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. You saw her as somebody that was like you, an image of you, a reflection of you, and she got you kicked out of heaven." I think there's, in some cases, Lilith is considered the mother of demons. But what if it's beast, the mother of beasts, like beast mode? Because Adam and Eve birthed Cain and Abel, and we know how that story went. How weak, how cowardice can you be to take the life of your own blood, your own flesh and blood? But that runs in the family. Epigenetics, that runs in the family. Betrayal. I don't know why I find stuff like this fascinating. You see it? Body ports. sports. I like big trucks. I used to be with my daddy when he worked, and he was a trucker, a truck driver. So I was always around trucks, so I find trucks fascinating. I used to love bodybuilder. But yeah, how cowardice can you be to end the life of your own brother to gain favor? Because you didn't gain favor from God. You was jealous when you could have stepped up to the plate. You could have rose to the occasion, but you chose to be a murderer. You chose to be a coward. My oldest to say, welcome to my new chapter, the book of Lilith, introduction. And hopefully you can hear me. Because if Adam was still in heaven, why did Lilith leave? Clearly, Lilith didn't get Adam kicked out of heaven. Why did Lilith have to leave? But anyhow, I'm gonna take you on this journey with me. Book of Lilith introduction. I might take you along with my journey, my healing journey. Maybe I don't know. This is how I'm feeling right now, and I don't see me because I don't have the space and time to be editing videos. So I think this is better for me to record like this, raw. And who knows? Maybe at the end of the chapter, I'll be in an office in a building like this. Maybe. Who's to say? Only God knows what's next. You know, throughout anything in life, keep faith. Throughout anything in life, keep faith. One thing that I've noticed is that I squander that darkness. Oh, that's rude. Don't think that. But no, she's my salvation. No, that darkness is my salvation. I used to associate or think of myself like Cinderella, but Cinderella had no darkness. She didn't tell her mama, well, you clean the floor. She didn't tell off her sisters as they deserve. And the original, as far as I'm concerned, the original, she almost got raped because she didn't stand up for herself. She didn't have no darkness. Well, actually, no. Towards the end, she put a sword to his neck. Touch me, I dare you. The later Cinderella was all light, no darkness. But now I feel like my darkness has integrated. I'm gonna listen back to this and hope that you can hear me. I have an AirPod in, so I'm not sure if they cancel out the noise in the background, but it's really loud. I feel like my darkness has integrated, and the capacity of love that I don't have to give out, I'm putting into myself. Recognizing where I was doing wrong in my life when it came to catering to myself. At people taking up my energy. Got me so convinced it's for the greater good. I convinced myself it's for the greater good. You know, the story of women, great women who are behind man, don't get told, doesn't get told. So I'm telling my own story. Welcome to chapter 1, introduction of the book of Lilith.